Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm G&G and today we have episode 35 of the University Challenge, and it is our end of season review for the third season here at UCD. The 2024 season is in the bag, done and completed, and as you can see on the review title page here, just the one trophy this season, the President's Cup, which we beat Derry to win. So I'd consider this as our first season at UCD where we haven't won a trophy, but we still had plenty of success both in the league and in Europe. And let's get into this review and start it off by looking at the transfers in. And the signing of the season is Kanate, the goalkeeper. He came in really to give competition to Larkin Healy, but he ended up taking that number 1 jersey. Really good performance from him this season. 40 appearances, an assist somehow, and a 7.23 rating. Only paid 15,000 for him. Brilliant signing, I think. Got an A from the board, and definitely our number 1 going into next season. Next signing was Conor McGlennon from Aberdeen, 37,000. Really good performance. Had a bit of a problem with him midway through the season when he wasn't happy about not being played in his correct role, even though he was. But once he got back into form, he was brilliant. 37 appearances, 37 starts, 10 substitutes appearances, 7 goals, 15 assists, a 7.20 rating, an A from the board. A really good signing for 37,000, and really happy with his performance. Next up was Cian Murphy, signed from Cork in part exchange for Cole, our centre back, and he done really well, I thought. Even though the board here are giving him a C+ rating, you have to remember he didn't start that often, was mainly a substitute behind Tommy Lonergan. Still managed 20 goals this season and 3 assists, 7.20 rating. I was really pleased with him. Gave us a real option up front, which we didn't have last season, and I think hopefully he continues to develop and push Tommy Lonergan on to play even better. Greg Lee is our next signing, gets an A+ from the board. Somehow he gets an A+ and doesn't get signed in the season. And Kanate got an A and got signed in the season, so I'm not going to question that. But he was an excellent signing. 37,000 from Derby, 38 appearances, starting appearances, 4 substitutes, 2 goals, including that goal against Maribor, which helped us get through to the playoff rounds. 4 assists, a 7.19 rating. Felt he done really well at left back. We will be looking to sign another left back as a backup to him. He is 30 years old now, so probably need a younger left back to come in and give him a bit of competition, but really pleased with that signing. Angelo Lamb came in on a free, and yeah, he came in midway through the season and really nailed down the spot at centre back. 26 starting appearances, 1 substitution, 2 assists, 6.91 rating even, and an A+ rating from the board, who are happy with his transfer fee and wage. He's on a very low wage compared to the rest of the team actually, so that's great. And he has a release clause in his contract of 400,000, which if we got for him would be massive money in the Electricity League, but hopefully he hangs around. He's only signed a new contract there recently, so he should be staying around. And 2 signings at the bottom who were really signings for next season. Malonga, the left winger, he made 1 start at the end against Derry and 3 substitution appearances, 6.58 rating. Really a signing for next season to give competition on the left wing. And Nico Jones, who hasn't played for us yet, will be a centre back for us and could be a starting centre back ahead of Harry O'Brien. See how the pre-season goes with that competition. But that was our signings in. Signings out: Cian Moore left, our backup goalkeeper, on a free, went to Treaty United, hasn't done much there. Cole, who went to Cork City as part of the Cian Murphy deal, made 16 starts for them, 6.77 rating, not brilliant. So even though the board are rating that as a D and a C, not too disappointed with them leaving. Loans out: Ryan McConnell is at Doncaster. He's actually extended his loan there. Likely to be trying to sell Ryan, to be honest, now that Nico Jones has come in. David Kiley is a young backup goalkeeper who has done well at loan, made 36 appearances. Would be happy to loan him back to loan for another season. Sefner is on loan, a young striker. Couple of goals there, hasn't done a lot. O'Dallo, who he signed as an option for right back, has gone to Drogheda United, made 15 appearances, 6.55 rating, not great. Probably look to loan him out again. We'll see how he gets on in pre-season, and then we'll decide. We'll be looking to sign a right back, I think, anyway, to give Alex Dunn more competition. So let's get to this season's results now. And in the league, we get an A+ rating from the board in the league. Finished second behind Derry. Actually bet Derry a number of times in the league, but unfortunately they were too strong for us in terms of the title. But we finished in second. We qualified for the Europa League, and our average attendance went up this season. It's now at 1,875, so that's good to see that going up. Top scorer Tommy Lonigan, 21 goals in the league. He's really developing and getting more confident. He is still capable of missing those chances, as we've seen with that open goal miss, which I haven't forgotten. I won't forget for a long time. And yeah, he's definitely our number one striker at the moment. Good to see Keogh Murphy though putting pressure on him, and let's hope he continues to develop. Conference League, we get a B+ from the board. We got into the league phase, this new format this season in the Conference League. Got through the qualifying rounds, got into this league phase, got a couple of wins, a couple of draws, and 2 defeats. We finished 19th in the league phase, which gets us into the knockout playoff round. Brilliant achievement for us, and looking forward to more European football right at the start of next season. Of course, the Irish season starts in February, so we'll actually be playing Conference League football right at the start of the new season. So hopefully we won't be at too much of a disadvantage that way. The draw hasn't been done yet for that playoff round, and I will let you know who we've drawn in the season preview video, which will be coming up next. FAI Cup, knocked out by Derry on penalties in the second round. Board are disappointed with that, only a D rating. The Derry game, I remember, came in between qualifying rounds of the Conference League, and we changed the team a little bit. Struggled, needed a Keogh Murphy goal in injury time against extra time against Derry, and then lost on penalties, disappointingly enough. The Leinster Senior Cup, we went out early to Bohemians on penalties as well in the second round. Not too worried, the board gives us a C rating. Not too worried about it. It's not a competition I think we'd be focusing a lot on anymore. It was our first trophy, I know, but now on we're going to be aiming for the league, the cup, and European qualification. The President's Cup maybe, or sorry, the Leinster Senior Cup, maybe a chance to blood young players and give fringe players game time. So we'll see how that goes next season. We'll be playing Bray Wanderers in that fourth round of it next season, at the start of the season as well, so it's going to be a busy start of the season. And the President's Cup, which we did win, we beat Derry in that, and we get a B- from the board. Tommy Lonigan getting a hat-trick in that game, and yeah, that was the trophy we won this season. I know it's only a curtain raiser trophy, but yeah, I suppose it counts as a trophy. I wouldn't really count it, but it counts it in the game, so it's a trophy we won. Let's look at the moments to remember this season. Biggest win was that 6-0 win in the Conference League. A great performance at home when we wrapped up that tie. Match to remember was our 4-1 win away at Sligo Rovers. A game that changed on the red card really. We were 1-0 down, and then they got a man sent off, and then we scored 4 goals to win. It was important actually, I remember, that win that game, because we were competing with Waterford for second at the time, and Waterford had won the day before, so we needed to win. And yeah, good game. Our goal of the season is Harry O'Connor's strike in the 6-0 win against Podgorica, our biggest win of the season. And why don't we take a look at that goal? Ryan played the ball forward, Harry O'Connor dribbled forward, he took the shot from outside the box, it hit the post, and then just ran along the line and only just about went in. And that is our goal of the season. A fantastic strike from Harry O'Connor outside the box, and that made it 5-0, and then we got another to make it 6-0, and an important European win. And yeah, goal of the season was Harry O'Connor. So let's go look at the finances now, and if we look at our reputation, it hasn't changed yet. We are 2-star national, but is growing now because of the Europa League performances. We had no new sponsorship deals, I should say, and we had no new deals of note. But our annual revenue has gone up. Sponsorship went up, broadcast revenue went up, corporate went up. Our competition prize money is 4.21 million, which is amazing really. That's up from last season even. And our match day commercial revenue has gone up too, which is good to see. Good to see finances outside of the prize money also going up, and hopefully this will continue to build, and hopefully we'll continue to build our fan base. Merchandise wise, we made 450,000 450. 9,450. Now, see, that numbers are hard. So that revenue is also growing, and we sold 204 shirts. The most popular was Tommy Lonergan, then it was McLennan, Brennan, Keeney and Greg Lee. So Tommy Lonergan definitely our fan favourite, and no surprise there with the amount of goals he's scoring. Here's our lineup for our overall lineup at UCD. Larkin Healy in goal because he got the highest rating, but he didn't play that often. Alex Dunn, Sam Todd getting in there. This is our overall 11, I should say, not just this season. Sam Todd, Harvey O'Brien, Yilmaz, the young Turkish left back we had on loan, Jack Keeney, Dara Keane, Alec McDonald, who will probably be leaving the club this season. We'll talk about that in a minute. Dylan Duffy, Kibashai and Tommy Lonergan up front. So yeah, that's the overall 11 since we come to UCD, and a lot of them players still strongly involved. Look at accolades for the season. Well, personally, I won 2 Manager of the Months in September and October, and actually managed to win Manager of the Year in the HSE League. Bit of a surprise because I didn't win it the year we won the title, but I win it the year we come second. So I don't know how that works, but very happy to be Manager of the Year, and sign of the job well done this season. Fans Player of the Season was Kanate, our goalkeeper. Young Player was Tommy Lonergan. Signing of the season, already said, was Kanate. Goal of the season, Harry O'Connor. Top scorer, Lonergan. Most assists went to Conor McLennan with 15. Most player of the matches was Tommy Lonergan with 8. And most passes completed was Sam Todd, 72 in 90 minutes. Good to see. And Tommy Lonergan also won the Premier Division Young Player of the Year, so another award for him. And when it comes to record breakers this season, Tommy Lonergan broke the record for most goals in a season when he scored 4 against Cork. Most goals in a league game, that same game, Tommy Lonergan. McLennan broke the record for most assists in a season, he got 15. Most clean sheets in a season, Kanate with 18. Oldest player is Greg Lee at 30 years old, which shows how young our squad is, and he's also the oldest goal scorer for that goal against Maribor. So that is the season wrap up. As we see here, our trophy win was against Derry, winning in extra time and winning the President's Cup. And the last word here from the journalists: UCD dared to dream, and thanks to a great run way back at the start of the season, they're able to celebrate now. And it is a season worth celebrating, I have to say. We have got to the end of season 3, run it up in the league, but I think a stronger squad, just flicking through the timeline here, and stronger squad, able to perform more regularly, and we are definitely going to compete next season, I think, for a title. We're going to make some signings, but it's going to be a strong season hopefully next season. We have a lot of work to do in the pre-season to bring in players. Just looking here, there's actually the overall best 11 again. The only difference, I think, is that Colm Whelan is ahead of Tommy Lonergan, but hopefully Tommy will overtake Colm in the seasons to come. So that was the season review. Just a quick look at the supporter update. Our social media following has gone up 3,000, but our actual fan base hasn't grown that much, hasn't changed that much this season, so hopefully that will over the next while. And club vision here, we'll have a look at it. The board wants to play possession football, high tempo pressing, we're doing that. Work within the wage budget, we're doing that. Grow the club's reputation, we are doing that. Our goals for next season are to be competitive in the Europa League, we really want to do that. To qualify for the Conference League is our goal for next season, and that would be probably a disappointing season in some ways, because in my head I'm aiming to try and compete for the title. So let's see how that goes. So accept that current vision from the board, no problem. There's the squad dynamics. At the moment we have 3 team leaders. They are Sean Brennan, Jack Keeney and Larkin Healy. 3 very important players for us, and good to see they're the team leaders in the squad. So with that, we will wrap up things. We'll just do the team meeting here, why not? Just we'll tell them exactly what they want to hear. Qualify for the Conference League, where is that option? There we go. Oh, they all love that, great to see. That's exactly the direction I wanted. Once you all return, we can discuss promises. Lovely stuff. and goodbye everyone. See you all for pre-season, which won't be that long away because of playing late into the season. And yeah, so just season, the players have gone off on their pre-season break. Players will report back for training on the 20th of January, and it is now the 21st of December 2024 here, so in a month's time they'll be back for pre-season. And in the meantime, I'm going to be doing some transfer work to get players in. Just if you have a look at our tactic, the areas I want to strengthen are right back, left back. So I want to get a left back in, a right back in, another holding midfielder to probably compete, or at least, yeah, probably to take Jack Keeney's place in some ways. I'll be looking for two centre mids because McDonald and Sardiniak will both be leaving at the end of their contract. So we need at least two centre mids. And the other option I want is to try and bring in a left midfielder who would not replace Sean Brennan on the left, but would allow Sean Brennan to come back into contention to play in the midfield. I'd like a good left midfielder. So my option really would be to have Malanga, the young left winger, a new left winger who would be the starting man, and then I'd probably look to sell Kabashai in this pre-season if any offers come in. But that's the aim: strengthen at left back, right back, defensive midfielder and centre mid. And if we can do that, hopefully we can build a squad capable of competing for the title next season. We did finish second this season, so we have to close that gap to Derry, and hopefully we can do that while also competing in the Europa League. So that's it for today. Quick wrap up of the season 3 now done here at UCD, and looking ahead to season 4, if we can build a squad and get closer to winning back the title and being more competitive in the Champions League, that would be the aim in the seasons to come. So if you did enjoy today's video, please drop it a like. It'll really help it to grow and feed the old YouTube algorithm, hopefully. If you want to follow this challenge and see how we get on next season, season 4, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to catch up on anything, there is a playlist on the channel and it will appear on the screen here at the end of this video. And until the next video, which will be the season 4 preview and telling you all what's happened transfer wise and all other news during the pre-season, until that video, please take it easy.